Good morning, everyone, on this lovely cold day. And MEC, I'll introduce MEC now. And Ward Councillor, thank you. I think what you said now, cashless, that is the purpose of today's meeting.
As the MEC of Economic Development in the Economic Hub of South Africa, I'm filled with pride and excitement as we gather here to celebrate a remarkable milestone, the launch of the electronic bill presentment and payment system. This is a significant relationship and partnership with Thrive, and just speaking to the colleagues, getting to understand what is the extent of the Thrive app, how many users do you have it, and of course I think with this launch we'll definitely expand it. As you heard, we have 60,000 licensees. We know that there's a lot more that want to be licensed. We know also that there's a lot more that are licensed but may have had their licenses either expire or the like. But this will help us not only measure in terms of who we regulate, but also go a long way in terms of what we had spoken about not so long ago, was creating a cashless environment, economic environment here in the province. And why cashless? So of course, the first aspect that a cashless environment does resolve is the incidences of crime. Cash is definitely an attractor for crime and sometimes violent crimes, and especially in the environment that we are in going towards the festive season, we see a huge spike in the number of business robberies, cash robberies, especially targeting businesses such as these. By embracing digital payments, these entrepreneurs will be able to expand their customer base, also tap into a wider network of consumers.
Offering innovative solutions as well to Gauteng province includes access to different payment methods that can be given to the Gauteng public, which is the customers of the Gauteng and the suppliers of the Gauteng province at a low cost. And that is quite critical for us as the bank, that we make sure that you do have access to these solutions. I think if I may just give you a stat, is that internationally and locally, it shows that consumers are actually looking for fast, convenient and secured payment methods. And that includes even customers such as the taverns. I think we all can agree that we live in a digital world and everyone does have access to mobiles and everyone is looking for these solutions, no longer just the big corporates. And also enabling cashless payments, it's about empowering the growth of this economy. And I think I couldn't have said it better than you did, MEC, as to what removing cash into the system will do for the business and the economy as well as the Gauteng province. So I would like to please pass my congratulations to the team at GBG that did the stunning work of having a foresight of spearheading this innovation. And of course, I would like to thank the Gauteng Liquor Board team for all their efforts in making sure that this innovation does actually come to life and that today we are here launching it.
So that matters for us as a province because it enhances our planning processes from treasury point of view, but also we look at this as closing some of the gaps or inefficiencies that we had. Now we know we can close some of those gaps and improve on our revenue.
And when you multiply that out, you realize that this sector employs 16% of South Africans are employed in the FMCG sector operating in township outlets. The turnover of FMCG goods is over 350 billion that this sector contributes to the economy. So this is a vital part of what we're doing. The journey that we start here today magnifies its impact. And importantly, the brand that we must celebrate that started all this is Asanda. Asanda has a very fascinating story, and I implore you all to please to go onto our YouTube channel, thrive.trade. You can listen to the story when I interview him about how he came to take over Wejo's, how he continued his father's legacy to take the business into new heights and build it to what it is today. And I think what I appreciate about the moment that Asanda is now stepping into today is another milestone for it's a legacy that he's taking on for other businesses in the sector, not just his father, but showing those businesses how to be digital and how to engage in a digital platform. Morning, Asanda.
Morning.
Would you like to celebrate how long you have been using Thrive for?
I've started using Thrive in 2019. Yes, I think it's been 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
And Asanda, you're doing the payment now and been able to renew your license, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot, yeah? Especially when it comes to licensing. It used to be a nightmare driving all the way to Johannesburg, doing all the back and forth, running down to Carlton Center to make the payment and go back. And so I think it's much easier. I did it in less than a second, and that was faster. And if you miss the deadline or the payment date, the fine is very hefty. I think this is a good system, and it's gonna help a lot of people, because most people incur fines and they end up not being able to pay their licenses, and then they start trading illegally.
So the payment was done. As we said, when the trader has done a payment electronically, we will then deliver the physical license subsequent to the payment. So they'll get a confirmation on the app. So if there is an inspection between the time that they've done a payment and the physical license, they'll have a confirmation that they can prove to an inspector that the license was paid for, and then the physical license will then be delivered subsequently. So the whole process is what we've been working through. It wasn't just around the payment, it's also around physical printouts and those things being available. Working with SALTO, the South African Liquors Traders Association, to assist us in bringing together traders to talk about some of these challenges around being formalized and what their experience and what some of the hiccups and the roadblocks are in the process. It's not just about payments. As I've mentioned, it's also about understanding. We use these terms like bill presentment and invoices, and some of those terms don't translate easily. And so what we've been able to do through the masterclass program is actually encourage traders to speak to other traders and share those learnings and empower each other and uplift each other. What's important in those sessions is that not only have we focused on the formal process and payment, but also on business learnings, how to promote your business through a summer period, through a winter process. Those learnings have been really empowering that the traders have shared with each other. But the big questions that we got asked was around profitability. So it's one thing to have a digital app to be able to pay your suppliers and sell to your customers, but how are we enabling our traders to be more profitable? So we were challenged by that because as a platform, what we've done is we've created the services that allow you to do things easily. The profitability is actually for you as the business owner to think about and manage. But the more we thought about it, the more we heard the complaint and we heard the ask, we thought, let's do something about that. So next year, 2024, our masterclass is also going to focus on managing profitability over the weekend in particular. And we've developed a profitability calculator for our traders, working with them, so understanding the crates that they buy, the particular stock items that they're buying, the prices that they're selling them for, and helping them understand how to manage that profitability over the weekend. So part of the next steps from here is we're going to continue with our masterclass program, focusing on profitability, stock management, and then of course, formalization. So those are the three topics that we're going to address starting January, so mid-January. So you're going to be hearing some announcements from us. So please follow us on Instagram, on YouTube, thrive.trade, and also on our website. All that information will be available around the masterclass process, which is important we're not just focusing on developing the digital solution around payment, but also the education around that and empowerment around that will happen through the masterclass process.